Una welcome back to the third HTML tutorial on learning how to code in Pidgin English. For this tutorial, we go build our first web page. But before we begin, it is important to talk about the tags and the structure of HTML. So for inside HTML, tags na wetin we dey use to instruct computer on wetin we wan make e do for us. This means say everything for inside HTML na tag we go use to dey do am, so that computer go fit understand wetin we dey follow am talk. And na like this be the structure of HTML. If you look at this diagram wey I get for this left hand side so, wetin dey go on here be say all these small small boxes wey you dey see here so na wetin dem dey call tags be that. And as you don see am, this head dey inside this HTML, body also dey inside the HTML. Wetin these two mean be say head and body are direct children of HTML. E mean say na HTML na im born head and body. So if you wan represent this thing now as code for inside our Sublime Text, head and body go dey inside HTML. You go also see say title here dey inside head and many other tags. All of the tags wey remain wey we go dey use to dey build our website na inside body e go dey. So na just title and very small tags na im dey inside head. Many of the tags wey dey inside HTML na inside body e dey go. So you see this body tag so, this body tag na small but mighty, powerful but gentle tags. So all this structure wey I don show you for inside this picture now, we go come represent am as code inside our Sublime Text. But before we begin dey type anything for inside our Sublime Text, I go like make you come to view. You go select syntax. You see say for now na for inside plain text e dey. So our Sublime Text never sabi say okay na HTML we wan dey use this Sublime Text dey type. You go also see say there are many programming languages for here. So wetin that one mean be say you fit use this Sublime Text to do another programming language. So because say na HTML we dey do now, we go just select HTML. Kpokom. So as we don select HTML now, so wetin you go just do now be say just type, look at this HTML structure. You know say na HTML be the first one wey dey here. So just type HTML. If you don type HTML, so just click on tab key. As you see now, Sublime Text don automatically show us the structure of HTML. Now wetin e mean be say, look at this one. Forget this line 1 first, I go explain am later. This line 2 now, you see say e don carry am as HTML. Now inside this HTML now, we get head. Remember say I tell you say inside head na title and few other tags dey inside. So meta tags na one of the tags wey dey always dey inside head. But I go just clear am now because we no really need this meta tag for now. I go dey explain wetin this meta tag dey do in our later tutorial. So you go now see say inside our head now we get title, and na the body wey I tell you say na small but mighty, powerful but gentle be this. Make I just give am little spaces so that you go see. Now I go like explain something. Now this structure wey you dey see here so na im we don represent as code for inside our Sublime Text so. But before I continue, I go like tell you something say, you see say this HTML na im begin here, e come still come down come close for here. Make I cut this one comot. You see say this one na the HTML, and I explain give you say head and body dey inside HTML. Na why we get opening tag and closing tag be that. So anything wey we dey do at all, it's either e go inside head or e go inside body. And both head and body come dey directly inside HTML tag. So another tag anyhow from anywhere no fit just enter inside HTML anyhow. So any tag wey wan go inside our HTML program, it's either e go dey inside head or e go dey inside body. And I don explain say head na title dey inside head and very few other tags. Body na im be the baba agbalagba wey dey contain many of the tags wey we go use build our website. So if I paste this information back now, I go first cut out this body. Now you see say we don get head wey dey inside our HTML, and I tell you say title dey always dey inside head. Na why we come get our own opening and closing tag be that, wey title sef go dey inside am. You dey feel me? Now if I paste this body again, you know say I tell you say many other tags dey always go inside body. Na why we get opening and closing tag for body be that. So anything wey we wan do now, e go dey go inside body. Anything at all wey we wan do, e go dey go inside this our body tag. I hope say you enjoy this explanation. So we don begin dey create our website small small like this as e be so. But before we continue, I go like tell you say all the tags wey dey for inside HTML, no be all of them dey get opening and closing tag o. E get some tags wey we dey call self-closing tag. Na just one e go be. E go just be like this, just one. E no go get the one wey go get forward slash. You know say this head now, e get opening tag, the one wey no get forward slash for back. E come get closing tag, the one wey get forward slash for back. So anything wey dey go inside this head now, e go dey between these two opening and closing tag. But e get some other tags wey be say na self-closing tag. Dem no dey take anything for inside dem. Dem go just dey stingy tags. Dem go just dey only dem. So when we reach there now, you go begin dey understand all of these tags. Remember say I tell you say HTML na text file. So if you wan do your own file now, so you go just come here, come choose new file. Na im be say we wan start to dey build new website. You dey feel me? So you go just come type HTML, come press tab key for your keyboard. So e go give you the structure of this website. Make I close this one down. E dey ask whether I wan save am. No, I no wan save am. I no need am again. Now, when e don give you this structure now, wetin you go just do now be say you go come hit Ctrl S to save this file. Now, wetin I dey always do be say anytime wey I wan build new website or I wan start new project for my computer, I dey always like to dey save am for inside new folder. And before this tutorial now, I don create one folder for my desktop wey I call HTML tutorial. So I go just save this information now inside this HTML tutorial folder wey dey my desktop. So if you wan follow along sef, you sef you fit just create a new HTML tutorial folder for your desktop. Then inside that folder, you go come save this HTML file. So wetin you go come do for here be say you wan give that file one name wey you go take identify am. You fit use any name take save your file, but the general standard be say if you dey create website, the first page for that website, e go be your home page, and na wetin dem dey call the index be that. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I go name this file index.html. So e dey very important if you put that .html in front of that name. Now, e dey important to tell you say no be by force for you to put your own as index.html. You fit call am your surname, you fit call am your first name, e no matter. So I go just put this one now as index.html. As I don put am as index.html now, I go just save this file. Now if you come here now, you go see say e don change this one from untitled to index.html. Na im be say we don already create our first web page. If you go to the folder where you save your file inside, that your index.html file, if you go inside, because I tell you say my own file dey for desktop, na why you dey see am here. So if I open this folder now, you go see say I don get my index.html file for inside that folder, where e don change the icon to Google Chrome icon. So this icon wey dey here so, na the website wey you use open your own index.html file, na im go be the icon of this one. So if I double click this one now, na im be say I don open my website be that. But we never get any information for inside this website now, so we no see anything. So wetin we go just do now be say I go explain these few tags and we go add very few information into our website so that we go get something inside our website before we come end this tutorial. Now you see this tag wey dem dey call this title tag. This title tag wey dey inside this head so, make I first clear this meta tags so that e no go dey cause confusion. We no really need that meta tags at this time. This title tag wey you see so, na im dey always tell us the page wey we dey for inside website wey we dey browse. You fit never dey put at ten tion before this time, but I go show you wetin this one really mean now for inside that quizboot.com website. So if I open my browser now, come go to quizboot.com. Now you see this quizboot.com website, you go see say for here, for this tab, e show us say quizboot pipe home for everything. So na the title of the page wey we dey for inside this website be that. Now if I go to login, you see say this thing don change now from home to login. If I go back to home page now, you see say e don change to home page now. If I go to about, you see say e don change to about. So na wetin dem dey use title for be that. So wetin I go just do now be say I go come here, I go come put quizboot, then I go pipe am, put home for everything. Then I go save this file. I fit right click here, choose open in browser, or I fit go inside that my folder wey dey my desktop, come go double click am, e go still do the same thing. Now you see say this website now, e don dey show me exactly wetin dey here. Quizboot home for everything, quizboot home for everything. So na wetin dem dey use this title tag dey do be that. Dem dey use am dey define where we dey, which page we dey for inside our website. And if you look at our website well well now, you go see say we never get anything for inside our website. Na because say our website dey very fresh, e dey new, nothing dey inside. So to put information inside our website now, wetin I go just do be say I go just come here, just type wow, I dey gbadun this tutorial. If I save this information now, this thing wey I do here so na bad practice to dey type information for inside HTML. But HTML dey very kind. Even if you put something for down like this wey you no put am inside any tag, you go still take am like that. Remember say I tell you say everything wey we dey do for inside our website, e dey always go inside body. But we no fit just type ordinary text like this inside body. Na bad practice. Even though say everything wey we dey do for inside our website na inside body e dey go, e gats dey inside e own tag sef before you go fit put am inside body. But for the purpose of example, I just put this one like this because HTML dey very pardonable, e dey very kind, e no go complain. So if I save this file now, come go back to our website, come reload our website now, you see say e don show here say wow, I dey gbadun this tutorial. So as we don talk about the structure of HTML and also build our first web page, even though we never get anything inside our website for now, we go begin dey add information to our website as we dey go along learning HTML. So na so e go be for inside this tutorial. I go see you for the next tutorial where we go dey talk about typography.